What's going on, everybody? Big deal here. Now, Pearl Abyss just dropped another update for Crimson Desert. So I figured, hey, let me hurry up and hop on, make a quick video for all the people who love audiobooks and hate reading. So strap in, because here we go. Now, this is patch notes version 1.0.2.00. Fellow Greymanes, here are the fixes and improvements that have been added in this patch. The major updates, guys. These are the major updates they want to highlight. The patch adds Headgear Visibility option and a private storage capacity expansion of up to 1,000 slots, depending on the Greymane's camp expansion level. Additionally, for those who prefer the previous movement controls, a movement controls option has been added along with further control-related improvements. All right, now let's get into the content. Depending on your progress with the Greymane camp expansion, the capacity of your private storage can now be increased from 240 slots up to a maximum of 1,000 slots. Through the expansion of your camp, which consists of 5 stages in total, you can expand your private storage as follows. You begin with 240 slots. The first expansion is an additional 100 slots. Second camp expansion is another 100 slots. The third and fourth are also 100 slots each, and then the final camp expansion is 360 slots, bringing it to 1,000 slots total. After that, they added an Abyss Nexus in Payloon. They improved the visibility of explosive barrels when using the light reflection skill or when shining a lantern on them. Fixed an issue with combat missions where comrades would not return until the mission timer expired if the mission was completed before the time limit. They fixed an issue where the Abyss puzzle state would reset when viewing detailed information of nodes via the map details menu in the Abyss. Fixed an issue where the character would become invisible if an Abyss artifact was obtained before the Abyss completion cutscene played. Fixed an issue where the skill Healing Force Palm and Aerial Force Palm were also reset when resetting all skills. Changed the design of certain gimmick monsters. Added 1 new armor set and helmet for cats. I'm sure everyone's excited about that. Improved Abyss Skybridge gates so that restored gates can be teleported to. This change was applied in patch 1.01.00. They fixed an issue where the bank investment refresh time would remain stuck in the refreshing state and not updated. All right, now on to controls and combat. They added a movement controls option. The option can be selected in the main menu, others, settings, input, movement controls, and it offers 2 options, basic and classic. Detailed descriptions can be found in the in-game menu. Basic movement controls: hold the sprint key to accelerate. Classic movement controls: repeatedly press sprint key to accelerate. The stamina consumption of mounts has been adjusted. The basic movement controls: holding the sprint key consumes stamina at set intervals. With classic movement controls, stamina is consumed each time the sprint key is pressed. Improve the conditions for using the Abyss Nexus, allowing them to be used even while moving slightly, except in certain situations such as while mounted or while using flight. We plan to improve this further in the near future so that the player characters can fast travel even while on certain mounts. Improved so that flight skill can be activated even when holding the jump key in midair. Improved responsiveness when inputting a jump after attack. Added an escape key guide when affected by elemental status effects. Fixed an issue where the focus state would not be cancelled when using aerial roll during the fight. They also fixed an issue where weapons could not be drawn inside Demoness Castle under certain conditions. Fixed an issue where some bosses would teleport too far away from combat. Fixed an issue where the double boost horse ability would not activate properly. Fixed an issue where parry would not activate properly during focus when two-handed swords were equipped. Fixed an issue where the camera would turn towards nearby enemies when aiming with a tool. Fixed an issue where certain interactions were unavailable while specific tools were equipped. Fixed an issue where repeatedly pressing the sprint key would allow a horse to run at maximum speed regardless of its stat. Alright, quest. Fixed an issue in chapter 6 where quest progression became unavailable after defeating a boss following a save load under certain conditions. Fixed an issue where quest progression progression became unavailable if a related item was sold before starting a rumor fueled by greed quest. Fixed an issue in Chapter 11 where the inserted key could disappear from the bag, preventing related quest progression. NPC and NPC dialogue. They fixed an issue where certain quest-related NPCs would not appear. Improved the item use notification in the bottom right corner so that using it will select the item directly. Improved the shop UI so that the sellable items are prioritized on display. Reorganized certain positions and content of the key guide displayed in the bottom right corner to improve visibility. Improved the UI so that the save game and load game menus are separated, and added save slot number labels. Fixed an issue where the mini-map scale would reset while riding a mount at maximum speed. Keyboard and mouse. They fixed an issue where the mouse cursor would disappear in the storage menu. Fixed an issue where the movement would not work properly when entering the horse inventory menu in certain circumstances. Fixed an issue where certain menus would occasionally not respond in interactions or appear visually awkward. Fixed an issue where crashes occurred when entering and using some UI menus in certain circumstances. Improved the game so that the stow weapon key guide is displayed while in combat when mounted. We have graphics and settings. Added a headgear visibility option. Go to settings, language, and gameplay. The following options are available to choose from: always show, show in combat, hide in cutscenes, always hide. Additionally, a feature to hide weapons shown on the character's back, which many players have requested, is also planned to be added in the near future. For PC and PlayStation and Xbox, they improved FSR upscaling quality. For PC, applied FSR SDK 2.2. For PC, improved FSR frame rate generation quality. PC fixed an issue where GPU memory usage would increase when the DLSS RR option was configured. PC improved GPU load and shimmering in certain circumstances when FSR-RR and DLSS-RR were enabled. PC, they fixed an issue where foliage and certain other elements were not rendered properly in ray-traced reflections when FSR-RR and DLSS-RR were enabled. They fixed an issue where the top of the screen would flicker when DLAA and HDR options were enabled. They fixed the rendering issue affecting the character's face indoors when the graphics preset was set to low. Performance and stability. They fixed several stability, performance optimizations, and crash issues across PC, console, and Mac. For localization, they fixed various localization errors and improved localization quality, game advice across all languages. Others fixed an issue where certain walls and corridors of the void were missing. Improved the sound so that the sound position changes together with the camera perspective. Fixed various other in-game issues. They fixed an issue where the weapon would not be visible when using the stab ability while unarmed was equipped as a secondary weapon. Improved the UI so that license information can now be viewed in the credits. Fixed an issue the audio volume would become low when NPC won in minigames such as Duo. Fixed an issue where the background audio would become distorted in certain locations and situations. For all other known issues, please click this link, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's everything, guys. If you made it through this one, appreciate you for watching as always. I do got a lot of footage and I got to start getting some guides out. So I appreciate you all for watching. Look forward to some more content. See you on the next one.